It's going.
Oh, yeah, nah, pretty good.
Thinking we should chuck a podcast. What do you reckon?
Oh, yeah, nah, I can. Come round. Let's do a thing. G'day, Ron. How you going? What do you reckon? Round 7.
Round 7. This is another supplementary episode.
The old supplementaries. And we are back for show and tell.
We had such great success with the first show and tell.
That's it.
In my own personal opinion, that we're back for another one.
Exactly. So, and as every class show and tell, good morning. What do you reckon? So today, who kicked it off last time? I kicked it off.
You went first with Robocop.
Yeah, that's it. And
I'm fine for you to kick it off again if you want.
Nah.
Huh?
We'll take it in turns.
Take it in turns. All right. Okay. My show and tell. All right. We'll just get into it, eh?
Okay.
All right. So look away if you don't like seeing some skin. But my show and tell is my very first tattoo. Right there. So if you can't quite see on the camera, it says, I love Greg. And it's got a love heart each side and an umbrella and a little cross and some dots and a really bad black flag logo. I mean, the whole thing is really bad. But that was my first ever tattoo, and I would have been about 19 or 20 years old.
Yeah.
We were living in a share house in Paddington. There were 3 of us. It was me, my mate Greg, who it's for, and our other mate Luke. And we had a tattoo gun that we bought off eBay.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, we were pretty clever. And so Greg's been one of my closest mates for a long time now, like since we were probably about 17, I think.
Yeah.
And so poor fella had a pretty bad week. I won't go too far into it because it's personal, but had a relationship end in a pretty rough way, and in the same week found out that his mum was really, really sick. So he was having a bad one, and I just wanted to make him smile at the end of the week. So I got home on a Friday arvy. I finished work before he did. Luke was already home, and so I just went, fire it up. Let's get into it. So he did a little bit of it. I did a little bit of it. We bonded over it, had a couple of tallies over it. And then Greg got home and I showed him, and it was probably the first time he smiled all week. So
Oh, that's pretty good.
it was worth it. And now it's on me forever.
Well, to me, it's like every time he sees that, it should bring back a smile, I think.
Yeah. Well, I've reminded of him sometimes, just like, remember what I did for you.
Yeah, don't forget this.
Yeah.
This is on me.
Yeah. And particularly because that was my first tattoo, Mum didn't know about it.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't until I was in the backyard, in the pool, having a swim, jumping around, chasing the dog around. She went, "What's that on your leg?" And I went, and she didn't say a word.
Yeah.
She just turned around and walked away, and I was like, "Oh, I'm really disappointed."
Oh, no. Actually, so there, the old first tattoo.
That was my first tattoo. It was a home job. Paddington, Brisbane.
I'm surprised I didn't bring that up in Tatty Talk.
Yeah.
Our first tattoos. My first tattoo was this, the old
little stash.
mustache finger.
Little stash.
I remember that. That hurt like fuck.
Yeah.
I felt sick from the pain on the finger.
Yeah.
So do you remember that being your first tattoo? Did you be like, oh shit, that's what it feels like? Or were you just so pissed you didn't care?
No, because I wasn't drunk yet when we started.
Yeah.
But I was definitely like, oh, that's pinchy.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I got my thighs done with Cree, I thought because big fat boy, nice thick fat thighs, I wouldn't feel much of it. But honestly, they were like some of the most painful that I got.
Yeah.
But we got matching tatties as well. We got the old Tutvi.
Yours held in well.
Yeah, it held up real well.
Yeah, mine didn't.
But I do remember that being super pinchy. I didn't enjoy it.
No, it's not fun. Yeah, well, there you go. First tatties.
Yeah, home job.
Unreal. Did it get infected?
No, it didn't.
Oh.
Healed perfectly.
I don't think I've ever had any tattoos get infected. I've had like little spots, scab bits that.
Yeah, there's
look
a
bit sus.
certain. I remember I got that elephant on my ankle, and the blue that they used, my skin just didn't like it.
Is that a thing that different colors?
Yeah, I remember a lot of my tattoo mates have spoken about that, and I think reds and either yellows or greens is what most people react to.
Oh.
And within that, it'll be specific brands because of whatever they use to pigment, color,
Yeah.
shit.
There you go.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What do you reckon?
Oh, well, I don't know. Well, anyway, thanks for bringing that for show and tell. I'm sure it'll be here next week too.
It will. Yep.
All right. Well, for show and tell, I'm going to let you guess first before. Can't say it. Look away.
All right.
You need to guess what it is. Ready? On by the sound. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, a Game Boy Color.
I found my Game Boy.
That's sick.
So from time to time,
is that Pokemon Red in the back?
Yeah, I wonder if you will hear.
Yes.
So I found my Game Boy Color. It's must still have plenty of battery in it. You can tell how good your Game Boy was because of the how bright that red light was.
Oh yeah.
So that's
what is it? Is that screen brightness? What was that about? Oh no, that's your volume.
Yeah. No, there's no screen brightness on an old school Game Boy.
That's right, because I remember I had to buy a separate light if I wanted to play it in the dark. Yeah.
And I remember
plugged in there.
Yeah. So if you here's my Game Boy, by the way.
Yeah.
Game Boy Color for those who are watching the video. And this game is Pokemon Red, and I stole it. I didn't steal it. I borrowed it off Alex, who was borrowing it off a kid named Jasper. And it says Jasper on there.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that doesn't look like Liam.
No. So I have Jasper's Pokemon Red.
All right.
Are
you going to apologize or?
No, it's mine now.
No givesies backsies.
So I remember when Game Boy came out, the Game Boy Color, I got it for a Christmas one year. I have a great memory from my childhood
I got it
years.
for Christmas too. And I got it with Pokemon Blue. My sister got Red.
There you go. From Toys R Us, and that was when Play-By came out. And Play-By, remember how there used to be lay-by and you go in and put your money on it, whatever. Yeah. So with Play-By, it was the first time you could buy something, take it home, but you still have to go back in and
okay.
It was just but it was like, I guess, the first trusting system.
Yep.
To me, that was when Afterpay started back in the 90s.
Yeah.
The original Afterpay.
That's the original Afterpay.
So yeah, I remember getting it a bit before Christmas, like just sitting at the house, sitting under the tree, but I couldn't play it until Christmas Day. One memory that I have with Pokemon in particular and Game Boy is at school, is when the whole phase was Pokemon cards and everyone was having Game Boys playing it. I don't know when you could play it at school because they were a bit more strict with technology.
Yeah.
You weren't allowed it. But, well, at least at my school. But I remember walking back, there was a kid, his name was Daniel Schweichel. I remember his name, Daniel Schweichel. Fun fact, because of Facebook, I've come across him once, and he married a girl from primary school. So, I don't know.
Primary school sweethearts.
There you go, all the way back from year 2.
Wow.
Now, Daniel Schweichel, I'll never forget it because we were heading back to class one day. My brother did it to me once, and I'll never forget it to him because I was playing Pokemon. You couldn't save it. I remember.
Oh, you had to get specific save points.
Yeah. And if you switched it off, you had to start all over again. If you didn't save it for hours, you time wasted. And Tyler got me one day, just an absolute killer. What a crack up. I'm still laughing about it. I played for hours and he came across and he goes, I'll tell you a good way to get past this level, and switched it off.
Oh, that's such a Tyler thing to do as well.
And I'll never forget it. It's just hours wasted.
Prick.
And anyway, for some reason, I took that to school one day. I don't know why I did, but Daniel Schweichel was playing this game for so long and we were lining up to go back into class. And I go, I'll tell you a good way to get past this level. And I switched it off. And he just goes, oh, I didn't save it. And fully wrestled me.
Just flew off the handle.
Oh, he lost it. And I'll never forget it. And I was just like, wow.
Yeah, but it happened to me first.
Yeah. And I don't know what made me do it because I realized, hang on, that happened to me and I hated it. Why did I do it to some other kid?
Yeah. I thought that was a real dick move.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. So I'll never forget that when I think about Pokemon Color Game Boys, it relates back to that moment when I switched off Daniel Schweichel's Game Boy.
Wow.
He'll forget it. If I was to come across him, I'd remember that time I did that. Well, I don't know. He might remember it. I might have scarred him.
He might see you and go, babe, that's the Game Boy guy. That's him.
But I think that was kind of the only game I really played on. Bomberman was another one that I used to play a lot.
I didn't have that.
Bomberman, and there was Kirby's Dream Land.
Also didn't play that.
Yeah.
I had Pokemon. I had this other weird one. It was like stranded or something like that. And so it was like the same like top-down view as Pokemon is, but you're like on a deserted island, then you like make your own bow and arrow. So it was sick.
Yeah.
It was a rad game. But
what you were saying first about the light, that reminds me of when you play in the car on the way home from somewhere, from like footy or something. But the street lights, I remember at certain angles, you couldn't see it for a split second. So you always had to do that and like get on weird angles. So yeah, thankfully with technology, there's LED screens or whatever that they are.
I wonder if they'll bring those back because like they did the mini Super Nintendo again and the mini PlayStation 1, and it's already preloaded with all the games from back then.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Well, I know that what is it? Nintendo DS or Switch.
Yeah.
They're, I guess, the new versions of these. However, I think it would be cool if they were to bring back the nostalgia thing. And I think you can get a phone case for your iPhone that sits over it.
Yeah.
And it's like got the cutouts of the phone case. And it's like you still touch the screen. So it's kind of close.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's just like, well, guess what? I still got a Game Boy Color.
That's rad. I highly doubt mine's alive somewhere, but if I find it, I'll be pretty pumped.
Yeah.
It'd be full of battery acid.
They just look cool too, I reckon.
So far, your show and tell has just been toys from the past.
Yeah.
This is a recurring theme.
Well, that's how it's shown. Now, yeah. Maybe next week I'll bring something, I don't know.
Another toy from the past?
I think I'm running out of toys. I didn't keep that many. It'll be something cool next.
Before we wrap it up, I just want to say that somebody needs to already fund and start developing Pokemon the game, where it's like, Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption, where it's just open world.
Yeah, agreed.
Why doesn't that exist? I don't understand.
Well, I don't know. It probably has. We're just so far behind now that just like, you dickheads, there is, and I play it every day.
Yeah. Well, if there is, somebody hit me up. I want to play that shit.
Yeah. There was that Pokemon game. I didn't play it though. The one that made everyone in the world go crazy again.
Oh,
Pokemon
the
Go.
Smartphone one. Yeah, I didn't get involved in that.
No, well, there's people like walking out on the street. Like, it was so funny. You'd be driving along and you'd just be someone in a random paddock, like just doing this, like, what's he doing? Is he trying to get reception or something? But no, that's when people like got hit by cars.
Yeah, that was a odd trend.
Yeah, but people that got hurt from playing Pokemon Go, that's their own fault for being dumb and not paying attention, I think.
Yeah, because otherwise, all positive.
Oh, great.
Yeah, people were getting outdoors.
Yeah,
they were
getting their steps in.
Yeah, they were getting their steps in. They were working as a team.
Yeah.
There'd be people like, oh, you're playing Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
Oh, you go over there, you can get a bloody Pidgeotto or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
That's how I say it.
Yeah. A Diplodocus.
Diplodocus.
I can't. I can remember Charizard, Bulbasaur.
Pokemon Snap was a cool game on 64.
Yeah,
the one where you take photos and there was all the secrets and shit. That was all right.
Yeah, there you go. So show and tell, wrap it up there. And thanks for joining us. I hope we someday get some guests on this show. Like, I tell you what, if we ever get guests on this show, the deal is, come on, we talk about you, getting to know you, but you have to bring something for show and tell.
Yeah, we have guests who are here for show and tell.
Yeah,
absolutely. I agree with that.
Yeah.
One thing that'll help us get guests is if people like, rate, subscribe, do all that nonsense. I hate saying it. I feel like a tool, but it's the truth. It's the only way the stuff gets out there and etc. Algorithms and that.
Oh, I still don't understand them.
Yeah,
I don't need to.
That's what people need to do. You'll be helping us out, and then we'll get guests, and they'll bring show and tell, and it'll be
funny,
fucking sick.
Yeah, who knows where this will end up with my personal podcast. I've only dedicated to doing 10. I don't know where it's going to head after that. I feel like this is going to continue on just for 100.
Yeah,
like so, and I think with having guests will help that continue.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got guests in mind, but I feel like the podcast needs to be a bit bigger before
it needs a little bit of backing.
Board. Yeah,
it needs a bit of a backing.
We'll work on that. Just keep annoying the shit out of people.
That's it. I mean, when you start a band, it just starts like this.
That's true. I didn't.
And then before all of a sudden you're in front of thousands of people. Imagine that in one day we're just doing podcasts in front of thousands of people, like, but a crowd.
Yeah.
Like,
I just had this nightmarish thought in my brain of, like, you know how when you're in a band and you're a total punisher, being like, sending out private messages to a Facebook event, being like, "Oh, my band playing on the weekend. You're going to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be so good." But you and me doing that with the podcast, like individually messaging people, like, "Oh, have you watched the podcast? We're going to do a podcast."
No, that is not happening. That is not happening.
I feel like I post about it too much already.
Yeah,
and people are just like, "We get it, bro."
Yeah, but oh shit, like that. If I could go back in the past and punch myself in the face, it'd probably be for one. I remember I made a meme about myself one day saying, I don't always send notifications for gigs, but if you live in Brisbane and I got a show in Melbourne, you'll be getting invited. Yeah. Wow, you got.
I have nothing else going on. All right, just listen to me podcast, please.
How good. All right, thank you guys, and we'll see you on round. What round's that? That's 7. We're already on round 8.
7. Bloody hell! All right, round 8.
See you soon.
Catch ya.